Welcome to the Drill Hour.
We're being anonymous, are we not?
You can be Madonna. What Little Debbie's or sugar cereal do you think best describes you guys?
Christmas Chronicles 2.
So this guy has a bunch of crazy ideas.
Who likes hearing stories about their childhood?
For real.
All this and more on this episode of The Drivel Hour. Thanks for listening. We totally could do ASMR.
We totally could.
He's saying, okay. What is her name? So I guess we're just not doing a name yet. Is that the general consensus?
Can't
Okay.
agree. Yeah, so.
Okay, whatever.
It's ASMR.
Is there built-in limiters on these on the board?
Probably.
Like if we
I
just,
don't know.
if I just like shout. Yeah, it's limited. Okay, good. We're good. I just wanted,
He just
I just wanted to know. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
The risk of blowing our ears out.
Goodness.
Well, yeah.
Don't you love blowing ears out? It's one of my
Yeah, you hear that?
favorite.
You slam that on the table, and we didn't hear it through the mic.
Damn straight.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That is good quality equipment. With paid
can-
for,
we
with
can
your
edit
tax
this.
dollars.
With your tax dollars, we paid for all this high-quality equipment.
We'll edit
for us to
this part
talk absolute garbage.
Okay.
Should we get into our pre-made list of random thoughts?
We should. First of
Yes,
all.
but we shouldn't tell the audience that.
Oh, that's smart. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys
yeah,
didn't hear that.
This isn't pre-made. This isn't a scripted podcast.
Yeah,
Are you
for real.
kidding
What are
me?
you talking about? This is all raw.
Okay.
All right.
Well, first, gentlemen, I would like to ask, what's going on in your lives?
Oh, I forgot to hit record.
How are you?
I'm just kidding.
The button's red. Are you? Yeah.
I'm the best producer in the world.
Right. Okay. But yeah, Matthew.
Sir,
What's
do
going
not
on?
use my name.
Why?
We're being anonymous, are we not?
I mean, in this.
No. What? And our anonymity is the fact that no one's gonna listen.
Oh.
We can't just be nameless like for the whole podcast. It's like, yeah, 3 dudes who just talking to the mic. We have to use our names.
Three
first
big
names. First
guys.
Names. No, you can't have my social. Okay.
Social security number.
No.
Okay. You can't talk that close at the mic.
Limiters, baby. Love shit.
Yeah, man.
Love road.
We should
love
all have
shirt.
like we should all just have the name of like famous 80s stars. So I could be like Quincy Jones. You can be Madonna.
Damn.
AD. I don't have. I have AD and HD.
Shut the hell up.
Oh, what the hell was that?
I'm so
God.
sorry. Yeah, or we could just not talk about ourselves.
True, that's good.
I
Yeah.
feel like we should just okay. That's chill.
I mean, since we all have wives and children. And families and
Absolutely. Yeah,
stuff.
we have families to take care of.
Identities to protect and whatnot.
So yeah.
Okay, who wants to start with the topic?
So I'll start actually. What Little Debbie's or sugar cereal do you think best describes you guys?
Wait, we're not. This isn't Little Debbie's sugar cereal.
No, Little Debbie's and sugar cereal.
or sugar.
That's
cereal.
such a
Although-
broad topic, though. Come
That is
on, you
very-
can't pick. I mean, it's like
Yes.
ho-hos or like sugar smacks.
I
Like you're
think-
talking about two completely different
I
topics.
think I'd be Frosted Mini Wheats.
Excuse me. You definitely have a whole lot of experience in this area, though, right?
Definitely, yeah. I spend many a days shopping Little Debbie at my local bakery outlet because
Okay.
my dad was too cheap to go to the grocery store and buy it like a man. No, he had to go to the frickin' day-old bread store and get his snack cakes.
Which weren't. They were off-brand.
Of course. No. They were Little Debbie. They
were
were Aunt Millie's and Little Debbie.
Aunt Millie's.
You didn't feel like going to a 7-Eleven to get snack cakes.
No, or a grocery store. You had to go to the day-old bread store, which in snack cake terms is like 3 years.
Okay, we didn't answer the question.
Yeah, we didn't. True.
Dude.
What question?
What kind of Aunt Millie's snack cake?
Oh, yeah.
And
Aunt
or
Millie's
sugary.
snack cake.
Sorry, Little
Aunt-
Debbie's.
Little Debbie, yeah.
Yeah.
Aunt Millie is bread, but they own Little Debbie.
You're right. You're right. We should start a. Yeah.
Really? You're joking.
Start a podcast.
We should start a podcast, guys.
Great idea.
No, we should start a not a GoFundMe. We could use that. How long have we been recording? Do you think?
3 hours, 42 minutes, and 26 seconds.
That is absolutely incorrect.
10 minutes and 49 seconds.
Okay.
That's not bad.
So we have. Let's just start at set a timer so we
Yeah,
can,
we-
actually take a break.
We have a solid, 30 seconds of
Or just
audio.
tell us when it hits an hour.
Okay.
So I was eating a burger earlier,
Dude, same. Oh, my God. What
and
a
it-
coincidence.
and it got me thinking. What's the difference between sauces and condiments? Oh my God. You know, because I mean, there's ketchup and mustard and relish, which you would all kind of consider condiments, but
Yeah.
barbecue sauce, Thousand Island, tartar sauce, and they're all kind of a combination of condiments. So what makes, what's the difference between the two? What makes a condiment?
Can I destroy your entire question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Sauces are condiments.
No, they're not.
Shut up.
100%.
You don't know what you're talking about.
Bro.
You don't call ketchup a sauce, do you?
But you don't call ranch dressing. Is that a sauce? No, I
It's a
guess not.
dressing.
It's a dressing. Yeah, it's different from a condiment. We're
Wait.
talking about three things here.
Okay. Yeah, there's a third option now.
It's dressing.
Dressings.
But ketchup is not a dressing.
No, it's not. It's a sauce. You can't call it a condiment.
Okay.
It's just
Yeah, but teriyaki sauce, is that not a condiment?
Yeah, it's a sauce.
it's a sauce. Yeah.
Right. But wait a minute.
No, ketchup is literally just tomatoes and
and vinegar. It's got vinegar in it.
Ketchup has vinegar?
Yeah.
Sure about that? Google it.
Yeah, it does.
Well,
Yes.
anyway, it's got a lot of sugar in it.
True.
Oh, for
So,
sure.
so what makes a sauce? Is a sauce just added sugar? I mean, that's what Thousand Island is.
Oh.
No, because you would call mayo a condiment.
Because it's thick and it has very few. Well, maybe it doesn't.
It doesn't have any sugar.
Isn't,
Yeah, there you go. So is that what separates a sauce from a condiment?
but
Sugar.
ketchup is a condiment.
isn't ice cream a condiment then?
Shut your fat mouth.
Pretty similar consistency to mayo.
Is ketchup a smoothie?
It's got sugar and
Yes.
fruit in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about like? Yeah, you're right. The combinations, though. I mean, barbecue sauce is just ketchup and vinegar.
But ketchup has
Ketchup
vinegar in
contains
it.
vinegar. That's why it's
It's more
tangy.
like smoky, like liquid smoke. Have you heard of that? It's like it's kind of like soy sauce for Hicks.
It's not what kids vape these days.
No, kind of, yeah. No, but it's just like a really condensed smoky flavor that they had to ketchup along with like some paprika and some other things to make it
Oh,
barbecue
interesting.
sauce, basically. I've made it before. Not to brag.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just had to plug yourself right.
Yeah, but Anthony, you and I have made Arby's sauce before.
We are using our names then.
Yes. We can cut them out later if we don't want to use our names, but I'm fine. It's Matt, Matthew, and Anthony.
Okay, so
Can it
Matthew.
be Doug or something?
Are we not promoting this on our socials?
I wasn't going to.
Oh.
You can, I guess.
Yeah, be my guest. Just don't put us on it.
Okay.
You can take all the sound clips from what you said in the last hour, and you can make your own.
But as I was saying, you and I have made Arby's sauce before, and that was like,
That's correct. You have
yes, that was just a mixture of like ketchup and
mayo
mayo,
and something else.
garlic
in there.
powder.
True. Maybe some onion powder.
Yes,
Might have been some vinegar in there,
there might have.
potentially.
Yes,
Yeah.
I mean, Chick-fil-A sauce is just ketchup, mayo, and
but is sauce
ranch.
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think so. Google
that's
it.
really interesting.
It's just three. I think it's just three.
But
Google
is
it.
is sauce then just a combination of condiments?
And
Ooh.
yeah, but
Did we get to the root of it?
Because if you look up any like Arby's sauce, horsey sauce,
horsey sauce is just horseradish.
but what's the sauce? You can just drink horseradish. What makes it liquid?
I guess you do call it horseradish sauce, don't you?
No.
Yeah, it's horsey sauce if you get it
Okay,
from
well,
Arby's.
here's the other thing. What about like sauerkraut? What is that then?
Not either. Sauerkraut?
Sauerkraut is a
You mean
solid.
sour cream?
It's a solid.
No,
food.
sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut is
Cabbage.
fermented cabbage. Yeah.
Yes, but what is it?
Fermented
Side.
cabbage. It's a side dish.
It's not a side. You put it on everything.
I found an article today.
Sure, go ahead, bud.
You know who-
We're
y'all know
talking
who
about
Jay Leno-
diesels.
Shut up. Y'all know who Jay Leno is, right?
I think I
Yeah,
heard
his
that.
car
Yeah.
garage and his
Yeah.
200,000 car garage or whatever.
Yeah, like the biggest collection of cars. I think in the U.S. I could be wrong, but that sounds right. Bro was working on a car in his one of his massive warehouses, and he was under the car, and a gasoline fire started,
Nice.
and he is now hospitalized and receiving hyperbaric treatments
Oh,
because he got
pure
severe burns.
oxygen.
Yeah, he got severe second and third degree burns on his face and his arms. So our boy Jay Leno is hospitalized right now.
I bet that
Wow.
hurt.
Yeah.
I was just like scrolling through like just news articles today, and
You know
I
what
saw
that
that. and I
wouldn't
was like,
happen? If it was diesel fuel on the fire. Because gasoline's combustible, diesel's not. It catches on fire like oil, but it doesn't explode like gasoline does.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. Podcasts should be outlawed, and for one simple reason: podcasts are so freaking annoying. I mean, all they do is ramble on about nonsense for no reason. All the quality content that needs to be made is going to be made by famous people. Okay, let me rephrase that. We should not outlaw all podcasts. All podcasts should be outlawed for anyone under, give a number, 3 million subscribers, 3 million followers, 3 million something.
How do you start a podcast with 3 million subscribers?
Well, you like Joe Rogan. He already had to have the fame before he started the Joe Rogan podcast.
So you need another platform that you're already large on.
Right, exactly. Like PewDiePie. PewDiePie could start a podcast if he wanted.
Hear me out, though.
Yeah?
The podcasts that are annoying is all rich. It's all the people who've already made it. The famous people have the most podcasts, and they're the most successful ones.
Like Meghan Markle.
And like Logan Paul.
TNG.
Logan Paul.
Why would I listen to Logan Paul?
Because he has a huge podcast.
Yeah,
Is it good?
He's had like Ben Shapiro on.
Is it good, though?
It was good when Ben Shapiro was on. I don't know. Markiplier was on there.
Fine. All right. Name one podcast with someone that's small that's good.
This podcast called The Hidden Brain. I listen to a ton of educational podcasts, so your point is invalid from the get-go because they're not annoying. They're very educational.
Okay, podcasts like this should be outlawed.
Just talk show podcasts?
Just bullshit our way through the hour, making up content as we go.
Okay. I'm gonna scroll through the the top Spotify podcasts. We'll just pick out the ones that we think should go.
Okay, but that's not my point. They're big, so they're
Right.
fine. They're allowed to stay.
But they're doing the same thing that we're doing.
In some cases, yes.
Oh goodness.
Yes.
Sometimes that's the funniest thing, just a bunch of guys bullshit, Like,
I
sure, it
guess.
can be annoying, but it's also just kind of entertaining.
Yeah. Like, that's all Andrew Schultz's podcast
It's like,
is.
since I don't really have any friends, I can just kind of picture myself there, and I feel better about myself.
What the are we then? God, the audacity. Back up your claim. Give me an example or give me something where these guys bullshitting their way through the time are good.
The Secret Matt and Shane's Secret podcast. It's a good one.
Like
Theo Von.
Shane Gillis. Yeah, Theo Von.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Joe Rogan in some situations.
Oh, dude, he had an interview with Post Malone that was just
So-
the whole conversation was aliens.
How about instead of me
Ooh.
giving you examples,
famous.
you give me some examples of podcasts you find totally
yeah.
annoying.
Yeah, what podcasts annoy you,
And
Matthew?
back it up with cold hard
Yeah,
facts.
Matthew.
All right, you ready?
What kind of podcasts
It's gonna blow
annoy
your
you?
mind. This one.
You haven't heard this one yet, so
Damn it, you're right.
This one hasn't heard itself.
well, I guess you lose.
I guess I do. Basically, any podcast made by my friends.
Okay.
Most big podcasts start off as tiny little, productions. So
Explain yourself.
There's a podcast called Smartless.
Okay,
It's Will Arnett, Jason Bateman, and Sean Hayes.
that's a really random
It's
conglomeration.
yeah, they're friends like IRL though.
Okay.
Have you heard of the show Arrested Development?
No.
Okay.
Ozark,
Ozark. Yeah.
BoJack Horseman.
Yeah.
Ozark was Jason Bateman. He directed and acted in it.
Okay.
So that podcast was just started because these three dudes who are actors who are also
They
best
were already
friends.
famous, but
Yeah, they were already famous, but they started just like out of their living room,
Okay.
just during COVID, as an
Mhm.
attempt to like lift the spirits of the people.
Sure.
Be like, oh, those guys are collaborating. We should be happy.
hey man,
Or those guys are having fun. Just a reason to be happy and laugh. So but something like that started it was tiny, and it was just like Zoom calls being screen recorded.
But they were already famous.
okay, to be
good
fair,
point, good point.
the Joe Rogan podcast, he was not that famous. He had done some stuff in UFC, and he was a stand-up comedian, but he wasn't really that famous. He became famous because of his podcast. And if you listen to some of the early episodes, they're just kind of, they're really low-quality audio and visual,
And all of the people in
or just his friends.
the conversation, and they're high the entire time. They're either high or drunk.
So that's the one example I have, but
Yeah.
Okay. It's better than my no examples. So
Yeah,
I'll
true.
give you that one.
But I'd say podcasting as a format is definitely a good thing.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Because it takes away from the audience of just people aren't necessarily getting all their news from just giant, like NBC, ABC, Fox News and
Yeah.
stuff. They have kind of a different outlook.
Yeah. And if
So-
What kind of podcast give news like at like Fox News audio? Those are like news stations have podcasts, but like
Well, those are all like scripted podcasts, though,
Yeah.
aren't they?
Yeah.
every podcast is scripted.
No, it's not
What-
true.
Whether they admit it or not, it is.
No.
I don't think so.
Joe
What's your
Rogan.
proof?
Joe Rogan's podcast is formatless.
True.
It's just start and finish, and whatever happens in between.
He just asks good questions.
Yes, and then
And you think he just comes up with those on the fly? You don't think
Yeah, I
he?
mean, he
Yes,
probably
'cause
has maybe he has like a few preset questions.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
He's thinking about asking, but it's not anything written down. You know, he's just
There's
like,
still-
oh, I'm going to ask them about that on the podcast.
Okay, I mean you can have a snowball effect where you ask one question which leads to another, which leads to another, which leads to another. That's fine, but he does have something in his head. He didn't just sit down with Post Malone and be like, "So you smoking weed?" Like he had to ask about his tour.
That's
and
how the episode started.
he,
100%.
Of course, that was very chaotic.
That one was really random.
I wish I had time to listen to podcasts.
Yeah, dude.
When I have my new job, I will.
Do it, dude. Listen to some educational ones, man. I learned all about slavery.
Yeah, because you are dumb as hell.
Like a detailed history of slavery. It was very interesting. There's
Oh,
so
yeah?
many things I didn't even know about
Oh, okay.
that you don't hear in history books because they're very, very gruesome.
Slave ships, bro.
Yes, yes. I didn't know about those.
Yeah, I did.
How did you
I'm
not know
smart.
about How do you think they got here? They just walked?
No, the conditions.
The conditions.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah.
I had no idea.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I did. My mom told me all about it.
Okay,
because
cool.
She was there.
Okay, let's go to the next topic. Next topic. All right, I guess I can do one. Okay, so Elon Musk. This dude is working on a bunch of crazy stuff. Dude's
Yes,
talking
sir.
about sending people to Mars
That'd be awesome.
and like trying
Get
to
candy bars.
Glory, glory, what a hell of a way to die.
literally, dude.
For real.
Yeah.
Continue.
But like, so this guy has a bunch of crazy ideas. One of them being this Neuralink concept, which is installing a chip or some sort of processor in a human brain and being able to like read their thoughts. You can control this chip with your thoughts and all that stuff. But I was listening to Spotify today, and there's this one song that I've been like looping all day. It's called "Gory Love" by like Calabasas. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it.
Take your word for
But
it.
there's this one like part in the song that just like I don't even care about most of the song, but there's like one like synthesizer part that just like draws in my attention,
Right.
and it just like I don't know. I just like vibe with that one little part, and
Turns
that's what
you
makes
on.
me like the whole song. What if this Neuralink thing could use your like brain activity and know like you hear this one part in a song and it spikes your brain activity, and Spotify just automatically adds it to like your like songs
Right.
because if your brain's interested.
Right.
And then, so algorithms now can like scan a song and get like the tempo of the song, the key of the song, how fast the song is. That's about it. But when like song scanning software gets like really, really good, they'll be able to pick out like what individual instruments we're using in a song and stuff like that. We already have software that can pull a song apart, part by part. So what if the chip knows what about the song that you like and then can suggest you other songs with similar individual instrument parts like that.
Right. But this is the thing where it's never going to stop because your brain will fry itself basically because what happens is whatever you like, whatever your brain senses as activity, before it even gets to the critical thinking part of your head that actually acknowledges that you like or dislike it, it's going to go through the chip and already know. So you're going to be, you understand what I mean? So before you even acknowledge that you want to skip the song, it's already going to have been skipped. The chip will have already skipped the song before you would have even acknowledged that you wanted it skipped.
I'm getting kind of lost. Will you guys go back to the part about Elon Musk?
I don't know.
It's never going to stop. It's not. I mean, you're going to go crazy because everything's going to be done for you before you even want it done.
But I disagree because wouldn't the Neuralink be responding to brainwave? But you don't just like your brain has to have some sort of activity to be able to like control this Neuralink thing, right? So if your brain hasn't even responded yet, the Neuralink doesn't. It has to wait on your brain's
Right, but
signals.
let's put it this way: the pleasure part of your brain that
Right.
hears the song goes, "Oh, I like this,"
Hey, yo.
or the pleasure part of your brain that says, "I don't like this. I want to skip this song." It has to go through your, I don't want to say prefrontal cortex, but the part of your brain that actually acknowledges what it is comprehending. Just like some people that are blind, their eyes work perfectly fine because their optical nerve, the thing in the back of their head, isn't comprehending what the information coming in.
Okay, I see. What
There's
you're
a
saying.
delay between
But we also don't know
what I
where.
see and what my brain comprehends.
We also don't know where in your like brain chain this.
I
thing's gonna be.
suppose. But
I have no idea.
why would he put it in the most aft part of your brain?
That's fair because he'd probably want to control your
Exactly,
brain with it. So he
exactly.
put it somewhere where it could influence.
Right. It's not gonna be post acknowledgement.
This man has plans.
Yeah, for real. No, but it's just you can just think about anything and it would be done. And that's the scary part, because if you can do that with your mind and do anything outside of your control, any electronic that's going to listen to you, what about those electronics that want to tell you something?
Right.
And you have no control because it's
Your award system is going to be completely fried within a matter of like minutes
Exactly.
of people receiving this chip,
Exactly.
which I think is his plan.
Well, people are, your
Think
brain,
Elon's a secret evil genius.
Oh, 100%, dude.
like you're going to wake up from surgery and within well, I mean, I guess you wouldn't have it. You wouldn't connect your Alexa in the hospital. But when you get home from the surgery, within a couple of minutes, you're gonna be like shaking like on a heroin, like not a deficit.
Or like
What's it
asthma.
called? Bruh. What? No, I wanted to talk about life outside of high school. We all graduated,
yes.
and so I want to talk about what it's been like. We're going to ignore the summer because the summer is a transitional period and it doesn't count. The summer of 22 did not happen. No one remembers it. It didn't happen. Okay, we can settle that. All right, so I live outside of high school since basically the beginning of this school year, which I am in college. I started 4 classes, and I had to drop 2 of them because I couldn't keep up. And what's sadder is they were 100% online, asynchronous. I could do as much or as little as I wanted, as much or as little as time as I wanted.
Why were you
And,
bad?
Oh, was I bad?
Yeah.
I don't.
At your classes?
Low IQ.
Yeah, that. Sure.
So I'm actually passing all 4 of my classes, doing pretty well. It's a
Passing?
prestigious.
Passing is a C minus.
I have high A's in 3 of them and 80% in another one. So
I'm not passing. You're bawling, my good sir.
Thank you.
and I mean it's kind of a prestigious community college.
It's
Oh,
for me. I went to work full time because I wanted to, and I didn't want to go to college, and my mom said I had to, so I went to college, and it sucks, and I hate it, and I'm miserable, and I'm depressed.
How much time we have?
15 minutes.
oh
Okay.
yeah.
50?
15.
Oh,
This is going to be a very extensive editing process.
So anyway,
Yes.
but life outside of high school, it's been lonely. It's been scary. I realized that now females that are adults have like real standards. They're not just like desperate to be with a guy. So I can't just ask out any I want, which sucks.
You could.
I could, and just get
And you should.
heartbroken over and over again.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I start, like, when I graduated, I don't know. I just had a lot of,
I
like,
don't go to bed at 7, by the way.
yeah, okay, good. I had a lot of expectations for, like, what life was going to be like after high school and after graduation. And, like, it's not at all what I thought it would be like. It's just like, I don't know. I was expecting something to just magically happen.
Yes, I was expecting to be an adult. I was expecting to just cut the line cut in half.
Right.
Graduated high school. Now you're an adult.
Yeah,
Congratulations. But it's not.
It's not at all.
I'm just a sad teenager who's a depressed, miserable cow.
And I discovered this when I went into a billiards hall that had a bar.
Okay.
And they asked if I was still a minor, and I was like, I'm 18. And they kind of like laughed. And turns out you're a minor in a bar until you're 21.
Oh.
And I was like, well, this is not adulthood at all.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with being an adult.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it kind of sucks. It's overrated. Anyone in high school, enjoy it. You might think you're miserable. Trust me, it only gets worse. And if anyone's listening from elementary school, guys, you are at the prime of your life. Like, it literally is just downhill from here.
If anyone's listening in elementary school, turn this off right now.
48 minutes in. I think it's too late for them.
And if this is in your search history, clear it immediately. Please.
Once we figure out what to search, we still got to come up with a name. I don't
Yeah,
know
life
much
outside of
that
high
is.
school.
Yeah. It sucks. So let's just be honest.
Yeah.
Like I'm like all that one song with Polo G. Just all I do is sit around and wait for better days. Polo G and that one.
Yes.
I don't think it sucks
One
for
Hit Wonder.
everybody.
Does it
Yeah, it's not bad. Okay, but here's the deal. We haven't made it through 1 year.
That's true.
We haven't made it to the next summer after graduating. We're
Right.
still in a transitional
Absolutely,
period. 100%.
Yep.
Yeah, we're still in a transitional period. Gosh.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it's gonna get better. Probably.
It's going to get better.
Maybe.
And we're going to figure out what we actually like doing.
Oh please.
609.
All right, so nice. He's gonna go through like an hour and be like, "Here, we were gonna hire somebody, right, to do the editing."
Well, I was gonna just kind of go over it, and I guess I don't need to do what I thought I needed to do, which was apply limiters and compressors and stuff like that. Because
Road.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I have to like cut out
Ensure.
the parts that like
Parts.
this. I have to cut out the parts like this that are
It's
just
all
like,
going to be very disjointed, though. If you
Very.
So.
Yeah. Well, okay. So
it's
I was
already
gonna
pretty
ask.
disjointed.
Okay, yeah, because I had a podcast with my friend that I never edited. It's still on a hard drive that I don't even know where it is now. But I had a podcast with my friend. I called it 747 podcast for 7 minutes and 47 seconds because that's the average attention span of a teenager. So every episode would be 7 minutes and 740 seconds.
That is intriguing.
It's probably gone down since
seconds.
then now.
Probably,
Most
unfortunately.
likely, yeah.
Because it's been 2 years now. But yeah, and so that never got produced, and I was like, hey, we should do something like that. And then you said, no, we should do a full hour because people at work are just gonna.
That's what I'm saying, dude. A lot more people tune into podcasts these days
Okay, take your word for it.
because music and podcasts are on the same platforms.
Now they are.
Now they are.
They
Yeah.
didn't used to be. It was
Right.
just Apple and Google Podcasts. And
Right.
now it's Spotify and iHeart and all those places.
Everything.
Apple Music,
Um,
Amazon Music.
Anthony, do you have any more topics for us, or do you want to save those for the next episode?
No, I don't really have any more, but I was thinking, what do you guys think is the most boring state, the most forgotten state?
Oregon.
Oregon.
Probably South Dakota.
No, South Dakota is the same as Canada.
I think people remember South Dakota because they remember there's 2 Dakotas.
That's true.
So it might even be a state like Arkansas or
North-
like Missouri.
Where's the
Before-
Mount Rushmore?
Delaware.
Yeah, South Dakota.
Oh, never mind. North Dakota is the most boring state.
Shut up. No, before Oregon became Oregon, Before Oregon became so liberal, it was pretty forgotten. I mean, it was just like way out in the West Coast. Nobody remembered it.
How about Maine? Y'all ever think
I
about
remember
Maine?
Maine.
Yeah, Maine's got its own time zone.
Y'all ever think about?
I think about your mom a
Nebraska.
lot.
Indiana. I forget about Indiana.
I guess
We
yeah, I
border
guess so.
Indiana.
Yeah, I know.
I forget about like just the state of Washington, not Washington D.C.
But
just
it's
the
so
state of
liberal.
Washington.
But Idaho.
No potatoes.
Yeah, for real. And also, one of our good friends goes there to college.
Our?
Okay, mine.
Okay, that's what I thought.
I don't know any Idahoans.
Know any friends?
Oh, thank you. Both you and Anthony have made that very clear this episode.
Yeah. Anthony's my friend though.
Why, Anthony? What do you think is the most boring and forgotten state?
Missouri.
Why?
Because,
The name says it all.
Misery?
yeah.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of stuff on like the East Coast that's kind of like forgotten about.
South Carolina, North Carolina.
Well, exactly.
Florida,
If you're
Florida.
thinking about it, then you forgot about it.
Okay, I guess you're right. Connecticut. There we go.
New Jersey. No, New Jersey.
Delaware.
New Hampshire.
New Hampshire's way far north.
But it
New
was-
Jersey's shaped like poop, so that's funny.
Okay.
Is it though?
Yeah.
The rest of New York State.
The rest of it,
Right,
it's just
yeah.
like Long Island and then the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Much.
Yeah.
Manhattan.
That's one of the
That's-
boroughs. Yeah, one of the 5 boroughs of New York City. It's
Mhm.
not
You
even.
said Long Island though.
Long Island is
Yeah.
that's
Not all of New York
Chinatown.
City's not Long Island though.
yeah, but
Staten
Long,
Island.
yeah, but that's included.
No, Long Island is the island.
Yes, but
You
when
should say New York City and Long Island. Actually, probably most of Long Island is forgotten too. New York City.
Right.
Because New York City
Wait.
doesn't take up all of Long Island.
Yeah, but when you say Long Island, everybody knows you're talking about the whole thing. You're talking about the whole populated area.
I don't think so.
Ellis Island,
Oh, yeah. Immigrants.
Liberty Island.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Everything's included when you say Long Island.
No, because it's just one island.
That's
Say
just
New
it's just
York
an
City.
area. It's like saying Detroit. You're talking about all of Metro Detroit too.
Right.
You're talking about an hour in all directions.
Right.
I'm not. I'm talking about the actual city. I'm not talking about Metro Detroit.
That's a topic I want to do. Michigan is garbage. We should do that in the next episode.
Okay.
Weather.
Write it down.
Okay. No, but forgotten state. I want to say like New Mexico. Like even though it's part of Four Corners, I remember Arizona. I remember Utah. I remember Colorado, but I don't remember New Mexico.
Kansas.
Yeah, but they're all memorable when you think about them.
Yes, but that's the thing. You're not thinking about them. Somebody says name one of the 50 states. You're going to say the one you're in, and then you're going to say something like substantial, like Texas or California or Florida.
Yeah, but I don't think about Florida.
Okay.
I think about it all the time.
Oh
Actually, I
God,
do too.
Big Daddy DeSantis.
But like, so if we're doing that, when you think of state, you think of something. Kansas, you think of corn. Delaware, what do you think of? What do you think of with Delaware?
I forgot it was a state.
that's true.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's a good forgotten state.
Delaware.
You don't think of anything.
What about Oregon?
More like Del Unaware.
Exactly.
You
That-
think of Portland, so they got a big city there.
Yeah, that's
Delaware
true.
doesn't really have any big cities.
Georgia. What goes on in Georgia?
Peaches and red dirt.
Atlanta.
Oh.
No offense.
My bad. No, you good.
Missouri is St. Louis.
Yeah, that's the big thing. The
Kansas.
Ozarks, Topeka.
What goes on in Arkansas?
Oh, that's another good one.
Rocks. Isn't that the
Oh,
arch?
the Clintons.
Little Rock, Arkansas is a city.
The Clintons are from.
No,
Big
but
Rock.
I mean like the Utah, like the Red Rocks. Isn't that in Arkansas too?
No idea. Utah's known for
No.
salt more than
Mormons.
Red Rocks. And the Mormons, of course.
Polygamy.
Brigham Young University, yeah.
Can you imagine being a polygamist?
A plug-itimate?
The funny thing is,
polygamist?
there's like polygamists. Then there's just like people that are polyamorous. Just like basically the same thing.
What's the difference?
Google
Well, for polyamorous, it doesn't necessarily need to be one dude and a bunch of.
And you
women.
don't need to be married, right?
No.
No, but poly. Yeah, what's it called when you have a group like 4 guys and 3 girls marry each other, and so it's a group of married people.
Oh, the Brady Bunch.
Oh god. Just Utah.
just Utah.
That's
no,
just
'cause
Utah.
Utah's
It's
just
just
one.
all
It's
of
just
Utah.
one like old guy and a bunch of like.
It's that's what.
minors.
Yeah, like think about like Sister Wives. Oh, I had a coworker.
That's so weird.
That's like a super strong Christian. He's like, listen, I understand Mormons.
What does he
You want-
bench?
Probably a good 30 pounds.
He's not a strong Christian. He's
No.
just a Christian.
It's funny. No, but so he was old, and he's like, listen, I understand Mormons. That's part of your religion. You want to have one guy and a bunch of female wives. Fine, that's fine.
Can I just
but
say-
sisters? That's what he said. But sisters, that's disgusting. It makes me sick. And my coworker and I looked at each other and we're like, it's just the name of the show. and he's like, no, it's disgusting. And they're like, no. They're just 4 complete stranger women that all married the same dude. They're not related in any way. They didn't even know each other before they got married to the
I
same
don't-
dude.
I don't think that happens.
And he's like, oh.
I don't think it's a common thing. And let's just say,
It's just out in the boonies.
yeah,
you know?
yeah, exactly. In defense of the Mormons, like the regular Mormons,
it's not-
it's
it's
pretty
very,
rare.
very small.
It's
That's
pretty
true.
rare. It's just
Yeah.
like a tiny little sect of Mormonism.
Yeah.
And it's-
Sick.
Oh, here's something else
Okay.
about sister wives. The one sister that like divorced the group or whatever, however that works, because they're not legally married, none of them.
She just divorced the husband.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
But anyway, the one that divorced the husband went to live out of a fifth wheel trailer that was bought at one of the other stores for the company I work for.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was
Isn't
she
that
still
cool?
in there?
I don't know. It just broadcast like last week, and I think it was filmed like 2 years ago, so I have no idea.
Interesting.
Oh.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Bleep that.
Oh, I want to know what these buttons do here. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, it's like an intro.
Yeah.
That's been reused 100 times, I'm sure.
The laughter is still playing though. Okay, just stopped.
Oh, you're
You
right.
have to hit the red again. There you go. Some applause. Something we'll never ever get. Oh,
Oh yeah, we could have used that one.
lots of times.
We could use that still.
Dude, that one will not stop. I think you're just restarting it.
Okay. We'll let that one play off for a little bit. Hang on, I want to try.
Matthew just
There we
discovered
go.
what.
Oh,
Okay. Oh,
sci-fi.
here comes Johnny.
Oh, that could be used definitely.
Oh yeah, we had a lot of dead space.
That's cool.
Yeah, these are useful.
Yeah.
All right, that was fun. So what were we talking about? Oh yeah, sister wives. So, what's your opinion? Would, if given the chance, let's put religion completely out of the question.
Okay. Morals
If-
too.
No.
Okay.
That's the
We
discussion.
still have morals.
We still have morals.
We're
If
just
given
not
the
Christians.
chance, right? We just have no religion. We're not atheists.
I'm
we're
following,
Not,
I'm
We just
following.
have no religion.
I'm
Okay.
following.
If given the chance, would you marry 4 women?
No,
Why?
because I can't find one.
If given the chance, if 4 women were all-
Volunteered.
yeah, if they pretty much, yeah, if they were all over you and you could picture yourself long term with all 4 of them and you couldn't decide.
Do they like each other?
Oh yeah, that would be a
they're
problem.
okay. You know, just like sister wives. You know, they're
Because
they're
if they're
okay
like
with
our
each other.
female friends
no,
that fight with each other
They're
way more
nowhere-
than
they're
we fight
nothing
amongst
like,
ourselves.
They're nothing like our female
Okay, they actually
friends.
get along.
They're okay. They prefer not to be at a one big gathering together, and they're going to be nice to each other's faces. But
Question.
they're not going to.
So they are.
Do we all
friends.
sleep in the same bed, or do we take turns?
Yeah, just like sister wives, you have 4 houses, one for each.
We're not
family.
talking about sex. We're talking about just marrying.
No,
We're
just
talking-
like sleeping at night, not sleeping with them.
Oh yeah, that'd be weird. No, yeah, just like sister wives. 4 houses, one for each.
Okay.
One for each family.
And the dad, not the dad.
Oh no! Whoa!
Wait a minute. That wasn't in the contract. Hang on a minute.
Wait, I
and
didn't
the
know. I
husband
was
just
getting...
switches house.
Yes, yeah, I think they get a week each. Like there's 4 weeks in a month.
Yeah, that'd
so.
be way too
Oh.
expensive. Way too
Weird.
expensive.
It's like the Bachelor.
Well, the
kind of-
women all work.
Okay.
Ooh,
Yeah, given the chance, yes.
Yes.
are they self-sufficient? Like, you
Yes.
can just not work and they all work and make the money.
Well, no.
Actually, no. Given the chance, definitely not.
Why?
And here's why. Because you end up spending more time with one woman, right? So, 2 people that are married, there's like still a ton of temptation to cheat for any
And you
just
know this how?
couple. Because it's just statistics. Divorce rates are really high. And like, that's just that's just one couple. You have 3 other women that aren't seeing you right now. They're going to cheat 100%. So often.
You have no trust in your wives. What is wrong with
Correct.
Wives.
But if you start spending more time with just one of them, are the other 3 not going to get jealous?
Yeah, what you
Are they
have
not
kind
going
of
to
like
want to
them
see
all
other
equally.
dudes? Right. And that's impossible. That's energy that
So you don't want to do
But-
it just for the sake of you don't want to have to deal with.
you? Yeah, exactly. Because that's my other thing. Like I always wondered about Cody. Like
I don't want to be cheated on 4 times.
I guess. But
By
my other
4
thing is, like,
different women.
but like if you get in a fight, you've seen it on TV. I guess you see it with your parents. They get in a fight and then one of them goes and sleeps in the basement. Like,
Right.
Don't you want to like get in a fight and then just go like have sex with another female that you're allowed to because you're married to her?
Right, but I'm going to start losing wives.
Or dude.
Then just marry more.
You could.
Yeah.
That's fair. Because you can just keep adding on.
Yeah, for real. No one
Right.
ever said it's we start at 4.
Genghis
you don't have to
Khan.
stop at 4.
You
Get
know?
what?
Genghis Khan. He had like 40 wives. No, probably not 40. He had a ton of wives.
What about
40 children.
I have a
think.
question.
Huh?
Who's Genghis Khan?
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing, but I didn't want to sound stupid.
Are you serious?
Is it just like a character?
No.
He was in Lord of the Rings, right?
No. Yeah, he played Legolas. No, he was.
Okay.
You know the Mongols, the Mongol Empire.
The Mongolian Turks?
Mongolian
you guys,
barbecue.
You guys don't know about this?
BD's Mongolian
I didn't really
barbecue.
pay attention.
Basically,
history.
a very long time ago, the galaxy. A very long time
You
ago.
just started talking about Star Trek.
The Mongols, their empire basically spanned from the Pacific
I'm
Ocean.
I'm kidding. I know it was Battlestar Galactica.
It was most of China, most of Russia, all the way to Europe.
Still talking.
It was a huge empire, and he was the leader, and he had a ton of kids. So,
What about
so there's a large population of people in Asia that are related to him as a distant ancestor.
That makes sense.
So,
So he was King Solomon.
yes, Solomon.
much.
750
Whoa.
wives. This is
Yeah, a lot.
I'm dead serious. Look
Yeah,
at
a
this.
lot.
Wouldn't that be awesome? You would have
No.
750 wives. You know what that means? Two anniversaries a day at minimum.
What if there is a really packed weekend?
Oh, that's
Because they all fall on like the same Saturday.
That'd be funny. That'd be funny. If like 340 of them
did
were
he have
within
like
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
ceremonies for every single one?
Yeah.
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 Damn. How many years did it take him to like get that many?
I don't know how many years he reigned before God was like, dethrone you, son.
300.
Yeah, people live longer than 2. That's true.
Yeah, I know. Oh, and I heard this on a Bible podcast. Believe it or not, I'm religious. No, I heard
Weeb.
they were asking about like Noah building the ark and then living to be like 900, and they're like, so do they just like is he just like
I don't
basically
know.
a walk? Is he like a walking skeleton at 900? They're like, no, because they would decay. They would
Right.
become old and age at 10% the rate because they live 10 times longer.
Right.
So at 900, he was a 90-year-old man. So I'm like, did he not go through puberty until he was 200?
Okay.
Did he not finish puberty till he was 200?
Just false.
Okay, why is that?
Because a lot of the architectural digs that they like uncovered the Neanderthals, like the original man, and their skull like shape is just different, and like those are just people that lived way past 100 years old because your bones keep growing, your eye sockets just elongate. Your whole face just keeps growing. Your chin's going to get longer. Your nose is going to get longer. So you still grow at like the same rate, but all these like Neanderthals like skeletons that we've found are just people that lived like to be 1,000 years
Yeah, you
old.
grow at the same rate, but you age, you decay at 10% the rate.
I
What
guess
about
that
their
makes sense.
bone structure and everything for the rest of their skeleton? I mean, obviously, they were shorter and had different. I mean, Neanderthals were a different. They were. I mean, they weren't even Homo sapiens. They were different.
They're
I don't
just
know.
built different.
I don't know.
I don't know. I have no facts to back this
I don't
up.
know. And yeah, I literally have no information on this
I have no
whatsoever.
facts. I think there's a button for that. Make that sound for you.
I don't remember
Hit
which
the
one
green
it
one. The green one.
No, that was fact from Eminem because you said facts.
Okay.
I'm enjoying this. This is fun.
This is fun. Do we have any more topics?
In
No, I
5
used
minutes.
mine.
We got to fill up 5 minutes.
Okay, we can fill up 5 minutes. What's a moment you deeply regret? Anthony.
Look straight into my eyes.
was.
A single moment or like an entire like decision.
Just like a moment, I guess a decision. Like a time in your life that you would have done differently, I guess. You regret the way that you ended up doing it.
Oh, yeah, I have a good one for this. Okay. So I was making fried chicken.
Oh God.
And basically, the issue with fried chicken is when the pieces are too thick, it doesn't fully cook on the inside when you flip it.
Right.
Especially if you're shallow frying it, and that's what I've been doing recently. So back when I first started doing it, I did not, the pieces were probably like an inch thick, so they were like by the time they got to the right internal temperature, all of the flour on the outside was burnt. So what I would have done is cut them in half and used 2 of them. So I really regret doing that because I wasted a lot of chicken and I was sad. So
It is really sad.
this is a true.
Your
issue.
biggest regret in life.
For
is
those
food.
of you listening, Anthony is a very accomplished cook who cooks delicious
More
foods.
accomplished than Jeffrey Dahmer.
I don't even know who that is, so sure, why not?
You don't know who that
Okay.
is?
Genghis Khan was one thing. Jeffrey Dahmer, that's pretty recent.
What?
Dude.
Very well-known serial killer.
Yes.
Oh,
you know Ted Bundy?
Oh, yeah. Oh. I
You
was.
heard
I
of
thought
Barack Obama?
I was trying. I thought you were talking about cooks. I was like-
okay.
No, that name didn't ring a bell.
He
Yes.
cooked
No.
men.
Yes. What?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, he was a cannibal.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't hear that. Okay.
Gosh, it's so much worse than being a serial killer.
Yeah, it is. It's
okay.
not.
Matthew, do you have any moments in life you deeply regret? Let me answer for you. Everything you just said.
Yeah, this whole podcast was one big regret. All right, so this past summer, this whole transitional period between high school and adulthood, we did this little thing we call a musical. That was
fun.
that you had fun because you got a lead. We didn't have fun because our moms are basically in charge of the musical, and we were there all the time. But
Debbie Downers.
God, okay. No, I deeply regret doing this musical because I lost a lot of friends. Mostly my fault, but still, if I wasn't in the musical, I wouldn't have been in the situation of being stupid and losing my friends. So I regret doing the musical.
Don't you think you might have just lost them anyway because you wouldn't have a reason to see a ton of them?
Mm.
Well, I
Like,
still
so
would
would
have
have
had
been maybe a fallout, but
yeah, exactly. I still would have had good returns. I would have ended things on good terms. Because when I graduated high school, I was at the top of my game, and most people that I was familiar with had decent things to say about me.
I see.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what do you regret?
Doing the musical.
Gotcha.
I should have just worked the entire summer
Ah,
and had no fun,
Okay.
like Anthony's dream job is.
Yeah,
What?
Anthony did that one year.
yeah. That's a good
We
decision.
do this musical every year, and Anthony decided to work all summer instead of doing the musical.
Yeah, because it was COVID.
When was that? 2020?
It was COVID. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you didn't do Pirates.
It was our
Yeah,
COVID show.
It's a good
Yeah.
decision.
It was.
It was
yeah.
fun.
Pirates was decent.
It was fun.
Pirates of Penzance. Oh yeah, you worked at.
Yeah, that wasn't a really
Wow,
good job.
that was a long time ago.
We're bleeping that
What? Why?
location.
Oh, yeah, true.
I didn't say. I said.
And you worked in. Got it. Okay.
You worked.
That's not a location either at all.
You worked at so.
Okay, could be a lot of things.
Still cut it.
I guess you can
Yeah,
if you
we
want
could.
to.
Cause this, okay.
Sorry, what?
Um.
A deeply regretted situation.
Oh, I get to answer
Oh.
now. Situation. What was my own question? What's a moment you deeply regret in life?
Or a decision you regret making.
So there was this girl that I grew up with.
No.
We're gonna call her Sydney, for the sake of
Sydney Malkova.
Sure, yeah, Sydney Malkova. We're just gonna call her Sydney though. And
She's gonna be so pissed. She
I
hears this.
yeah. So
Sydney.
Sydney. So backstory is I drank a bunch of coffee. I was hanging out with my friend. I drank a ton of coffee.
Your
and-
friend Sydney?
No,
Oh.
male friend.
What's
One of
his
the
name?
bros.
Derek.
His name's Derek. We'll probably reveal his name because he'll probably be on the podcast.
Derek
eventually.
Huffman.
Derek Huffman. So I was hanging out with Derek. We went to Tim Hortons. And I got like a triple shot of espresso and a coffee. I chugged that thing, and I got home and had a massive caffeine crash, which for me involves an anxiety attack, horrible anxiety attack. Yeah,
Jeez.
I can't handle it, man.
Jeez.
And
Can't
so
hold
I
his
was
liquor?
having, I was, I had a massive anxiety attack, and I was just like freaking out. And I texted Sydney. Yeah, I was like, dude, I need to just like see you, like just comfort me. I'm having like an anxiety attack, and you just need to calm me down.
And her parents, Amos and Sheila Malkova, are asleep. So
They weren't home.
yeah.
Amos and Sheila. Okay. So yeah, I went over to her house, and we ended up just like playing cup pong. No.
Oh, okay.
Well, we went for a walk. Anyways, we had an awesome night. We played like cup pong, and then we turned on some like slow music, and we just kind of like danced for a while. And then it was like nighttime, and like I was like walking her home, and like, but yeah, we were saying goodbye, and I didn't kiss her.
That was your regret. That whole story, you didn't kiss this girl. Oh, it's too good. I can't believe you went that way. That was. You should keep that. That was quite the roller coaster of a story.
Yeah,
All right.
I like to tell really long stories that lead to absolutely nothing.
What's this one do again? Well, that is our podcast. 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 19 seconds.
Thank you for tuning in to Three Pronged. Good name.
All right, well,
We're not
so-
keeping that name. We're gonna work
No,
on
that's
it.
a good name.
No, we'll
It's a
work
good
on it.
name.
We'll work on it. It's not good. It's not there yet.
What do you
It's-
think?
It's decent, but it's not there
We
yet.
need to work on it.
We need to work on it. It's not there
It's
yet.
not great.
How about preposterous libido?
What the does that even mean? You,
know,
sent that to me. I don't even know what that
Libido
means.
is like your sex drive. So preposterous either means like crazy high or crazy low.
Yeah.
What about three big guys?
We shouldn't even do like it's just like there's more podcasts with three people. They don't have to make it called three people.
Then why? What? Three prongs.
Why
Okay,
don't we
then we
just-
don't have to do.
Why don't we just call it Three People?
Why don't we call it
Three
a
Musketeers.
kidna? I sent it to you. A kidna.
Echidnas are ugly and nobody knows what they are.
Why don't we call
But
it?
it's funny that way. That's the whole point.
No.
It's
we
not.
should call it Antisocial
Why?
because we are.
The Antisocial is a very large podcast.
It's not. I looked. There's not a big Antisocial podcast.
iHeart has one.
It's tiny,
Are
and they're not releasing episodes anymore.
you serious?
I think so.
Was
We
Sean
could-
Strife?
We could look it up right
Is there
now.
a copyright on the name?
Oh, maybe you. Oh,
Was Sean Strife really?
we could do Antisocial.
Anyway, leave
Oh,
your
yeah,
vote
that's
in the
hilarious.
comments.
What comments? Where? There's no comments. Okay. I'm hitting record and going to the restroom. Thank you for listening, Mom. Appreciate the one viewer.
Amen.